Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service Live with me, Marky Mark. We've got BFG, we've got little old Betty down in the corner, and just below me we've got our very special guest. Yes, we do, Mr. Graham Miller. Hello!
Hello! I was really enthusiastic. I wasn't expecting that.
Good evening, chat. Good evening, everybody on the replay. Hope you're all well. Hope you all had a good week. How's you four?
All right.
Good.
Bloody marvellous.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I wouldn't. No.
That's pushing it a little bit far, Mr. Hodgson.
Oi, my mum loves me. Fuck off.
What one?
You leave my mum alone.
Oh, it's dangerous territory, mum jokes.
If I can tell mum jokes because she doesn't know who the fuck she is.
Oh, birthday girl's in.
I'll be singing it.
We've got to sing it.
Okay, we made an arse of it the last time, didn't we? Right, who's counting us then?
1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you.
I'll speed it up a bit. It's a fucking
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Liz. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, this sounds like we're pub singers.
We will be posting the phone number for Samaritans halfway through the show. Just in case anybody needs it.
If you or anybody you know have been affected by the singing in this show,
Oh shit!
Yes, dogs are howling. Thank you very much. Do you mean that's bollocks to speak? No,
And I've ruined Matt's speakers. Cool.
Next
You were getting
time,
ready
warn
for a
us
new
if we're
pair
going to
anyway.
sing. That was terrifying.
See, you come onto this show, we make you work. Work, you bugger.
It's got to be done. It's got to, especially with Liz. Especially, I mean, she comes in this show week in, week out, every week, and it's fantastic. So, yeah, if we can show just a little bit, it's lovely.
So you get new minge beads for her birthday.
Well, there.
And Mr. Chandler says, no more, I'll pay.
I'll send you my PayPal link.
Send it to www. So,
Shaky
BFG,
down.
are you going to say hello to him?
I certainly am, you darling. Right. For a start, let's make sure I'm on live chat, which I am. Participants list. Mr. Stone, good evening, welcome, and Huggles. Black Country Vapor. Darling, Jasper. Huggles. Oof. Venom, good evening, dude. Some fat bloke called BFG, will ignore him, he's a git.
Googles.
Welcome.
Bill Richards. Darling. You nearly said something naughty then.
Yeah, because you know, like, you swear for the first 8 seconds or something. Is that
I've
right?
already blown that.
Yeah.
Billy, darling. Huggles.
Come on, Graham, with the Huggles.
I know.
Come on, you've got to get into
It
it.
just feels
You need
wrong.
Do have some. Dawn W. Special Huggles.
Huggles. Come on, Graham. Huggles.
Baxi M.
Can I do Benny Lower?
Safe.
Fee.
I want to see them fingers.
Huggles.
Huggles. Free Rider Vapor. Good evening, sir.
Fist bump.
John Vaping Joker. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well, mate. The birthday girl.
Oh, extra special
Oh,
girls.
Mark H. EVL. Good evening, sir.
Got a colour for this?
Stay behind the counter. the top of the trolls, the prince of... What goes with prince?
Poop.
The king of... No, we can't say that. My favourite troll, Matt Chandler. Good evening, sir.
Fist bump.
Proper Coils. Good evening.
Proper girls.
Russ Morgan. Welcome.
Fist
Dude.
bump.
Vapor Bunny.
Ah.
Prepare the honk.
Oh, you honk for Bunny.
Dawn Pasty.
Bubbles.
Darling. Hope life's well with you. And last but by no means least, Vapor Queen Becky. Darling.
Bubbles.
Oh, got that one up this week. Right, there's probably more people
I
snuffing.
feel dirty now.
Jane Darnton.
Jane Dowd, good evening.
Hi,
Lady Jane. By God, I'll tell you what, for such a short list, you lot have been chuntering.
See, haven't you noticed as well? We keep fit in this show. We all the huggles and
Oh, we do.
I just completely forgot you did all that kind of stuff, and I was just can I do just Benny Love?
See, the thing is, right, our fingers can run a marathon, the bodies can't.
It's how we stave off the bingo wings, isn't it?
no bingo wings here.
Don't forget these Popeye forearm.
That's a different movement, and we don't talk about that on the show, all right?
But if you'd like to go to just, yeah.
Is that what happened to Grim Green?
He punched a wall, didn't he?
Yeah.
Someone asked me the other week, are you going to do the same as Grim Green? And I didn't know what they were on about because I'd not seen it. Yeah, you find out. Because he got some strikes again from YouTube. He ended up punching wall.
Yeah, it was more of frustration with kind of the advocacy. It felt like it was getting nowhere and it was running backwards. You know, when you go, yeah, just like, oh, fighting, and just
And not getting anywhere. I mean,
not
let's
getting
face
anywhere.
it.
It must get to you.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, the amount of advocacy that lad does.
Yeah.
But it's not only what you see at the forefront, it's the reading and learning the stuff in the background that people don't see him do. That so like can get you into that. Oh yeah, it's a horrible job, but I'm glad he's doing it.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, them's fighting. Black Country Vapor watched a YouTube video today with some bloke. His top 5 movie and TV franchises that got ruined by woke. Doctor Who was ranked number 1.
That'll be nerd erotic. I've seen that video.
Well, it
Save
kind
them
of did go very PC, didn't it? It was I think the first season with Jodie was the worst one.
Yes, because they hadn't found what they were going to do with it.
But I think it was Chibnall's writing anyway.
See, I didn't even know who she was. It was actually the other night I started to watch that Attack the Block again for about the third time. I went, oh, that's her there. That was the female Doctor Who.
And that's why the attack didn't work, because they had the Doctor.
She
They had a stormtrooper as well.
True. Fair
find a
point.
sonic screwdriver at the bottom of the handbag. Right? It's not right.
Craig Campbell, good evening, you
Craig.
handsome devil.
First bump.
Right, let's right, Mr. Hodgson,
Yes.
your little
Oh, you want the answers to the homework?
yes.
Right. I hope you all paid attention. I gave you fair warning last week. There was references within the link to the show this evening. There is a possible 10 points up for grabs. So what I want you to do is to give me the song titles, the bands that made the songs famous. Yes? There's 5 song titles in there. Let's see chat do this. You're not gonna, are you?
I can feel the panic in chat already. We haven't done our homework. Quick.
They'll be going, what do you mean? They were,
Homework?
what? I never saw that.
I was only kidding. I was a goth.
I warned you. I warned you last week. Lady Jane will be visiting the people who didn't do their homework. Dawn's not allowed to.
Right, come on, get up. I get 8.
There is
There's
10 points up for
one
grabs.
I can't get, so.
Right.
Well, I got the same 8 as you did.
Within is First, Last, and Always, Sisters of Mercy. Wasteland, The Mission. Rain, Cult. Gordon Bennett. So that's
Which
6.
one's Gordon Bennett? I can't remember that one.
That was
forgot my own
Graham
bloody
Miller by
post.
Gordon Bennett.
Ah.
I got my own bloody post here.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
He tells Porky's folks there's only fucking 8.
Liz.
There we are. First, Last, and Always, Sisters. Wasteland, Mission. Rain, The Cult, and Forest, The Cure.
The Cure.
Oh, go on.
And the final 2 points, January, Pilot.
Oh.
That's a bit out of left field, isn't it?
Expect the unexpected.
It is the home service, you know. Expect the unexpected. You should know this by now.
Just because the rest were goth didn't mean they all were. I didn't say they were, did I? I said this.
No, that's
Friday.
no. I'm not accepting that. That's balls.
What? Because you didn't get it?
No.
Fucking grow a set.
Jules keeps taking them off me.
Oh, fair point.
I'll be borrowing these.
She's got a bucket full of the fuckers now.
Trust me, Dawn was fucking fuming when I pulled that one out of the bag.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
Not in polite company, no.
I didn't even do the homework, and I can feel a little bit of anger pot sparking up. How dare he?
You don't get detention, Liz. You get punished by Lady Jane.
No, I've already told her she's going to have detention with me.
Oh, you risking the beat?
Oh, yeah, I'll risk the beads. Yeah.
It'll be like having the patio door open in summer.
You like walking into a 1970s kitchen.
Yeah.
Like the old caravans. Tonight, Jeremy.
Try to say Liz has got a mosquito net, doesn't he?
I'm saying nothing, mate.
That's shocking.
Oh, dear God. We're going to go straight to hell for that one.
Oh, hell. I've got my throne booked already.
Sorry, I'll bring a flask and some sandwiches.
Do you mean risking? Risking? He's counting on it. Counting on what?
Yeah.
Oh,
what am I
yes.
counting on?
It
Oh,
being
forgot to
going
count the
out
beads?
patio. Caravan and Pete Marigold.
What, she got an abacus down there now?
Well, if you slide the beads, yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's her birthday and we can take the Michael.
Bless her heart.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank
we
you.
love you too, darling.
So we have got a special guest.
Very
We
special.
do.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
Only when I'm drunk. Nowadays.
I've got to admit, I love that photo of you.
Oh,
In your slightly younger days.
I think I was about 21 on that, or 20. With the zippy trousers.
Yeah. That was a proper goth look, that one.
Yeah, but the
And the
problem is,
little pin badges that you used to get and you wear really proudly. Look, I've got a pin badge of my favourite band.
I've got more love in my work bag, what you on about?
those zippy trousers were all well and good until you got pissed. and then you needed a slash. And
No, the leather trousers are worse for that.
Oh, don't.
I've never wore leather trousers, I've got to admit.
Oh, skin tight leather trousers.
See, I was too chunky for them. You know the biker ones,
Mm.
the T2 ones. I used to get away with those because I had these square-toed biker boots with them, and they weren't too bad. But watching the lads pull on the PVC, the skin tight stuff, pass the talcum powder. It's time to go out.
I'm just nipping to the toilet.
Yeah.
No.
Jacques Cousteau does goth.
And it's after the end of the night, it's just like peeling them off because you've been dancing all night in them.
But the thing is, though, with wearing the PVC stuff, it saves you a fortune on the hairspray and crimpers because the static electricity used to build up your hair. Used to go that naturally.
I used to get electric shocks going up escalators. You know when you just go, ah.
I've just got... Sorry, I've just got visions. Some poor sod having a heart attack at the nightclub and some goth just running up and smacking
How we keep the hair up.
I must admit, I have one confession to make on that front. I did want to buy myself some skin tight PVC jeans, and it looked like somebody had shoved 2 frigging rolled lamb shoulders into these legs. I took one look in the mirror and I'm like, no, never, no.
I must admit, I never did the PVC. I did the leather trousers, I did the bondage trousers, I did the black jeans. It was back in simpler days, wasn't it? In case you opened up your wardrobe and everything was black, so it didn't really matter. As long as it was black, that was it. You were fine. Maybe occasional white T-shirt or red T-shirt thrown in with a band on it, or whatever. But the majority it was black.
Just black. Everything was
And
black.
every Christmas you go around to family and they buy you colour.
Yeah.
I think you need some colour in your wardrobe. No, I don't. It's one wash. One wash.
I just used to get into bother every couple of years because I always asked for a new biker's jacket because I would always paint something on the back of it. But then after a wee while, I would cut the sleeves off the damn thing. Just made it what do you call it? A battle jacket on it.
Jane, we know exactly what you mean.
Then all I would get was, you want another biker's jacket? What do you want that for? Because in 6 months or a year's time down the line, you're going to cut the sleeves off. The thing is, though, I'm recycling.
Well, do you know something as daft as it sounds? They'd be worth a fortune now.
So what did you have on the back of your jacket? Everybody had different bands on the back of the jacket.
I didn't.
It was one of the ones that I did myself was Bauhaus, The Sky's Gone Out.
Yeah.
On the back of it. I had the Cult. It was the Spirit Walker, you know, the paper mache mask.
Yeah.
I had that in the back of one as well. And try to think with the last. I'd repainted. What was the third
My
one?
first ever one, while you're thinking, the first ever leather jacket I'd actually got. You know the Adamant's logo?
Yeah.
I had that on the back of it because I nicked it off a mate.
I had Public Image Limited, so but suddenly, after doing it all, the first time going into town, and you realise you've got pill on your back, and you're in Liverpool.
Susie and the Banshees, but it was just across the bottom part. It wasn't on the full back piece because the leather was it was like kind of crocodile skin leather, so it was all kind of like patches. So you really couldn't paint it on it, but the bottom bit of the waistband just has Susie and the Banshees on it.
The first one, I had the Black Crows, the Heckle and Jekyll off Shake Your Money Maker. Then I had Ghost of Cain, the hand with the lightning on the red background.
I love that image.
And my third one, and this was my favourite, I had Rincewind in the luggage, falling towards the Discworld with death sort of faded into the background, watching them do it. Oh, it was cool. I loved painting that one.
Do you know what? You've just gave me an idea because I've still got a Marlon
Fuck
Brando
off,
style,
Matt.
Marlon Brando style biker's jacket in the wardrobe, and I fancy putting on at Death. You know the one Born to Ruin.
Yeah.
When I fancy putting on that. I think I'm just getting a wee bit old for it now for doing that kind of stuff.
Did you
I mean,
see?
I think there is a kind of cut-off point, and do you not think so? When you get to a certain age, you think to yourself, right, okay, I need to kind of start behaving myself, dress-wise.
Oh yeah. Oh look, Hardy.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's I mean, I think I got to it was either my late 20s or early 30s when I started to say, do you know what? I'm getting that wee bit older. I look a bit fucking ridiculous because I started to put on a fair bit of weight as well, and I look stupid in skinny jeans and cut off t-shirts and shit like that. And I thought, you know what? No, enough's enough. But then again, you still see quite a lot of people that you walk into town or whatever, and you go, well, maybe I could still get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wearing them t-shirts and you've got side boob, you know what I mean?
Oh, don't. It was a Sisters of Mercy t-shirt that sort of ended my flirtation with it, because was it Charisma, and I'd got a simple black t-shirt with "Fuck Me and Marry Me Young" on it, and the bit in the coat stand at Charisma just turned around, looked me in the eye, and went, "You've left it a bit late, love." And that was it. Boom.
See, the thing
Yeah,
is,
that's
though,
the
I've
mic
always-
drop, the bubble has then burst.
I had a t-shirt. I had that t-shirt, the "Fuck Me and Marry Me Young" t-shirt.
See, I've always worn jeans and t-shirts. That's my style all the way through my life. People have known me for me having different t-shirts, so I've never changed.
No, I was the same, mate. I mean, my wardrobe consisted of the black t-shirt, but I had a choice of Eddie's, I had a choice of Aerosmiths, I had a choice of Choir Boys, and then a load of Dogs D'Amour stuff.
Mm.
The only thing kind of thing that's changed with me is I seem to be wearing more jogging trousers these days.
No.
Oh, I still
the
wear
What
my
about
black
what
jeans.
with the
about your
comfort
sussies and
waistband.
suspenders?
No, the grey. I don't pull on the grey joggers. No.
Special occasions.
I think also it depends on what your job is as well, doesn't it? Because let's face it, unfortunately, we work more hours there than we do at home. So it's sort of like if you're having to wear a uniform, like most of us sort of like are in orange, Steve's in posh suits and uniform. You do wear a posh suit.
This is me back from work, mate. We've been given a uniform. I get to wear a black shirt and black trousers. So I'm gothy at work. What I really want to wear is a Funboy 3 t-shirt with the lunatics have taken over the asylum. But I don't think I'll get away with it.
I've just seen in chat, I think Dawn put it in, that Pill's putting a song in for Eurovision.
Yeah, under Ireland's Eurovision.
Oh, yes, John Lydon is most unhappy with the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't think they picked his song. It was a song regarding his wife's...
and Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, Matt, I didn't mean that sort of choir boy. I didn't have little 12-year-olds hanging in the wardrobe unconscious.
You got a pretty mouth.
Last decade, I've lived in skinny jeans and tops, tight top for going out, and baggy top for school runs.
Yeah. I think eventually, as you grow older or mature, should I say, you just end up going for comfort.
Oh, hell yeah.
It took me until about 36 before I started to get that phase of. Remember, you have to grow out of goth.
No.
No. You kind of grow out of the style. You don't grow out of goth.
Oh, yeah.
I think goth, rock, anything like that, any kind of music. Well, I'm not going to say any kind of music genre because there's a lot of genre music out there that's absolutely shite. It doesn't just become the music; it does become a lifestyle.
Yeah.
But the lifestyle to a certain extent remains. But I think you've got to take that little step backwards and say, right, hold on a wee minute, it's time to act my age slightly. So you know yourself when to reel it slightly back. Because I don't see myself wandering down the street now taking the dogs out for a walk wearing bondage trousers and a fucking leather trench coat.
Why?
Because you might think I'm.
I would like to do it again.
I would love to do it. I honestly, God, I've seen some young guys and that in the town and stuff like that walking about going, do you know what? I used to wear that about 40 fucking years ago, and you think it still looks cool. But I think now I'm the wrong shape for a start.
Yeah, I know that one.
You know what I mean? I'd look like a wee fat black glitter ball.
See, I see him on even on Facebook, you know, adverts and things like that. You see some gorgeous trousers or big fuck off boots and that. Like you're thinking, oh, I'd love them, and then you think, yeah, but Mark, you're gonna look a twat.
Yeah. But wait,
I did that on holiday. I bought this jacket and I thought, oh, this jacket's fantastic. Got it home, took it out of the suitcase, put it on, and went, no, just gave it to a friend and goes, let your daughter have that.
Stuart Valentine's just put a very interesting one. Yes, to us it was goth. My daughter calls it emo. Is that different again? That is very different.
It's different again, and that's just what I was about to come on to. When we were younger and we were going through that phase, we never went through the phase of being total miserable bastards.
Oh God, no!
We were always happy-go-lucky, out for going out for a good time, going to concerts, doing this, doing that, and we were always out for a joke and a carry on and all the rest of it. And then the new goth came in a few years back, and they all became miserable fuckers.
Yeah.
I think a lot to do with is the originality of it all, though. Because let's face it, goth originates from punk.
Yeah.
It's a derivative of punk. Whereas emos and the rest of them are a derivative of the original goths. They've took the style, but they've not took the music.
No.
Or the humour. And the self-deprecation.
It was emotional or something like that. That's what it stands for.
The emo.
Emotionals, yeah.
Yeah. Or as Jules calls them, emus.
Yeah, I call them emus. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Rod Hull's facing time. Whoa! I think that was the thing about the original goth. So you had the music, which was definitely derived from punk. Style was a sort of cross between the new romantic and punk. But the attitude wasn't as angry.
No,
you weren't there to solve the world's problems or anything, or try and start a revolution like punk did.
Also, you've got to remember, we were skint. We couldn't go to a shop and buy ripped jeans and then stitch them up with different bits and pieces. We had to go and make it ourselves. Whereas now it's all like, no, they just go to some shop and buy it.
Or
go online or buy it. Do you know what I mean?
Did any of you ever buy dog chains to put around your waist?
I still do.
Hell yeah.
I still wear one now.
I had a set of black combats with dog chains crisscrossed in between the legs. Caused fucking havoc.
I bet the pet shops were like that back in the day. Oh God, here they come again.
I was in first name terms with the guy in the Army Navy stores.
Oh, so was I.
Yeah, I had my ex-army boots.
Yeah, the ex-army boots. Don't worry about they've been deodorized and cleaned out and everything. Fucking sure they have.
There you are with trench foot 2 weeks later.
I mean, I've still got me bands on, and they've been on there for about 20 odd years.
Can you actually take them off?
Nope.
No,
I can take them. I could if I really tried,
but you don't want to.
No.
You know what? That was one of the great things of being in the industry that I'm in, because you see your O-rings free, and they were a shitload of colours. I mean, they were fucking that up my arm, both arms, and I was actually ended up staring at the guys in the pub, being O-rings. When are you wanting? I don't know. Maybe you got roll the sleeves up. When are you wanting? See, you can have 5. I said, £1. Give me £1. There you go. I was making a fucking fortune.
See, I used to wear remember you used to see them on the market, the really thin metal bangles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was so gutted because, like, unlike my skinny mates who could have them all the way up the arm,
Yeah,
there's no fucking way.
And then every so often you look at your arm and you go, "That is that rust?"
Yeah.
I used to buy leather shoelaces from, cobblers. That'll do.
That's what I ended up doing because the silver bracelets, getting them over my hands for a start.
Yeah.
That's how you're better with that kind.
So when you think about it, all of us, we haven't lost it. We've all got that little bit. It's like we're wearing t-shirts at the present moment, but every one of us have still got that little bit of gothiness. So it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away, but it becomes a lifestyle. That lifestyle just changes slightly as you get older.
Until you get drunk. It all comes flooding back at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I made the mistake. I'm laid in bed the other night and I'm flicking through Facebook and I get a lot of those feeds, songs that are 40 years old.
God damn.
Yeah.
But I came across one and it was a little biopic about red lorry, yellow lorry. And I'm laid there in bed and hit the video. The next thing I know, the foot's twitching. Not heard this in a while. Then I'm boogieing into the bathroom, and then boogieing. I ended up having a bloody full mosh. It was fab.
Well, I keep on sneaking references, and it's like the DIY group for Benny's show is called Monkey on Juice.
Yeah.
Which is red lorry, yellow lorry, and I'm just like that. And I named the DIY group after a goth song. And nobody knows. They do know.
They do now. Your secret is out.
It makes me laugh.
And where did the drummer go from red lorry, yellow lorry?
Go on.
Don't know.
Mick Brown ended up playing with the Mission.
Really?
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
And apparently now he's a lorry driver.
Which one, a red or a yellow?
Bit of both.
The other one, Half Man, Half Biscuit. I've not heard them in ages. And the Trumpton riots. Oh.
Do you know something? Did somebody put up something the other day about somebody's birthday? It was Pat Morrison's, wasn't it?
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I forgot to put that up actually. And then it was actually Carol McCoy's birthday last week as well. And I'm like, oh, Carol McCoy, yeah, feels of the Nephilim. He's 60. Fucking hell, he's 60. Well, he can't be 60. And then you think to yourself,
Yeah.
5-year-old.
I mean, you think about it, the bands that we followed, roughly, approximately 10 years older than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Those bastards are heading for retirement.
But you think to yourself, by God, they're getting old, and then you don't seem to realise, yeah, time travel's the same for you as well. Do you know what I mean? You've aged the same as they've aged.
No, we haven't though. We haven't. They're still that age. They're lucky.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain this to my son because he's, oh, you're so old, Dad. Like, no. It's like a fucking Royal Mail parcel. Battered on the outside, but trust me, the inside's still good.
That's it. And there you still want to go to a nightclub 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, walk home, pissed as a fart, get up and still go to work the next day. You can't do it.
We still have that in Liverpool. We have 2 nights a month which are dedicated to over 40, over 50s, and one's a kind of like a post-punk Bowie retro night, and the other one is a new romantic night with Goffin and everything like that, and it's all run by people who back in the time just wanted to relive again.
Fucking hell.
See,
And they've been going for 3 years.
That's an idea. I could start that in Glasgow, couldn't I?
Yeah.
In
A
the
goth
good old
tea
days,
dance.
it used to smell of patchouli oil and pot. Now it smells of fucking deep heat.
Yeah. Deep heat and piss.
Oh, you need to go over there. That guy's got drugs. Maybe go up, mate. You want that some ibuprofen?
Codamol. Shit.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me, mate. I haven't shit for a week. If you get any Seneca.
I think, but that's the thing. But it was the first time I'd been up to Liverpool when we visited last year, and that was one thing we noticed about the people.
What, they smelled like Mummy Deep Eater?
No, it didn't matter. You could chat to virtually anybody, and when we were just sat there, people watching, because we don't do social, but the attitude hadn't changed. You could be 70 and they were still sat at the table having a crack, and they were ripping the piss out of anything that moved. It was the youngins that were being miserable little fuckers, to be honest. You know.
Yeah, I think we're the last of a dying breed. I think our generation is the last of a dying breed.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day. I was looking. Is there any kind of thing coming through which was like this? We had the goths, we had the punks, we had the skinheads, we had rockabillys, we had the psychobillies. All those little groups. There's no groups like that anymore.
No.
Apart from maybe the emos and I don't even know what to call people nowadays.
Wankers.
And we can get away with it.
Yes. Respect your elders.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
now we have woke.
as Don's put, now we have woke, which makes it even bloody worse. So you can't pigeonhole anybody.
What does actually woke stand for? Is it abbreviation or is it just...
No, it actually comes from tolerance and being tolerant of people and everything like that.
But they're not.
It's kind of been distorted.
This is the problem, Graham. They're not tolerant, because a tolerant person listens to somebody else's viewpoint, adds their viewpoint to it, and then you both learn from the experience. The woke ones, you've ruined my life. No, we fucking didn't.
But you've got to remember, for things like you've got the woke and you've got the other set, and they're fighting each other, and it's like 5% on one side, 5% on the other side, and the rest in the middle don't really give a damn. It's just a vocal. That's all it is.
I mean, let's face it, when we were even up to me in my 20s, all you wanted to do was get laid, have a good beer, and listen to a good band. That was about it. That's all we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't interested in politics or anything like that back in the day.
No clue.
I wasn't either. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a lot of bands back in the day that did sing a lot of songs about politics.
Oh, you never really noticed.
Sorry?
Never really noticed.
You didn't notice, no.
You went to listen to music. You weren't interested in their agenda.
No. It's like the Levelers. Virtually all the Levelers songs are just politics, 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 politics all the way through, and I didn't even know they were politics until somebody pointed them out to me and go, "Don't stop trying to ruin things."
Well, Julie, what a cracking tune! But there's everything in that. I mean, there's the mental health issue theme running through that story is unreal, but it's also about the politics at the time and the unemployment.
Yeah.
Forget all that. It's just a beautiful song.
The New Model Army was the same.
Oh, hell yeah.
They were very political. Do you know what I mean? In their songwriting. Even going as far back as even saying the likes of the Specials, they were the same. They were, going through that period, obviously, for the 80s, we went through Thatcherism.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of politics were actually written into songs, but we were that young, we didn't understand it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Ghost
we didn't really care.
No.
Too much, too young. Commentary on the social...
Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
Yeah.
Ghost Town.
Heartland.
The Beat, Stand Down Margaret.
Yeah.
UB40.
I mean, when you think about it, we're living through the 80s. Everyone thinks that it was all Back to the Future and all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't for us.
No.
I mean, especially living where I live, because I lived... It's a mining village. I remember the strikes being at school. and it was really bad here at certain times. So we had that, when we had the Falklands, we had the highest rate of inflation ever, I think it was. There were that many people losing their jobs, losing their houses. It was a rough time in this country in the 80s.
Yeah. I don't think, did we actually live through the 80s, or did we survive it?
Well, all the music
point.
scene came up from all that and everything like that, which makes you think, if we're going to go through this, what we're going through at the moment, and like everybody thinks it's going to be next couple of years, people are really going to suffer. Is there going to be a new music scene coming up?
No, Simon Cowell's involved in it, no.
It'll be interesting to see
Do you
what
know
happens.
I can almost pinpoint it when music changed.
Yeah, it's when the yuppies.
I know, I'm going to say 3 words. Stockacre and Waterman.
Waterman.
Yeah, the Hit Factory.
That's when music changed completely.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, we used to look forward to looking to Top at Pops, but when that started, weren't interested.
Apart from Me Spin Me Round.
Yeah, got to admit, yeah. Dead or
Apart from that
Alive,
song,
yeah.
but the rest.
Actually, that was the Stockacre and Waterman's first single, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The
Who
two
played
dogs
guitar on
fucking
that?
mix. That's what the TDF stood for, wasn't it? Two Dogs Fucking Mix. They were playing around with the keyboard, and they found there was a sound labeled Dog Orgasm, so they mixed that into the track.
But that's what I still say that's when the music industry changed.
I think it was, for me, it was late 80s when the Yuppies were bang. And you got all that, I don't know, just like the anger went. Everybody suddenly aspiring to be rich and wearing the Del Boy, Rain Mac and the Fosters.
Only fools and horses is to blame.
Either
Rodney,
that was fucking Rick Astley, one of the two.
But then you got all the house music coming in and the acid, didn't you? And then all of a sudden it was like, raves are bad. This is your brain on drugs. Fucking excellent. Where do I get it?
And this is my body on drugs. Want a hug?
Is it me or is it warm in here?
I mean, it's when he says it went all kid-friendly, happy pop shite.
See, nowadays, I mean, I feel sorry for bands nowadays because you're virtually never going to get heard.
No.
You'll never get heard on national radio or even local radio. You will never be heard. I think there's that many subcultured genres now that it's just you're not hero.
Yeah, but round here, you could walk into a pub on a Wednesday or something. There'd be a live band in the corner. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're getting peanuts and all sorts of shit thrown at them. But
the thing is, though, I mean, you look on that side of things. Pubs don't want bands anymore. They cost too much.
We have about. I'm just off a main road, and there's bands playing virtually every day of the week down that main road. You can just pop into one of the pubs; they'll have a band on.
See, around here, they'd rather pay some idiot to play karaoke.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, think about it in our day as well. I mean, look at the amount of kids' TV programs that were on when we were young, and you always had a band on.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were the most cringiest TV kids programs out, but they always had a band on.
Cheggers Plays Pop.
Yeah, but
Multicolour Swap Shop.
Yeah, I mean, there was loads of, but you don't get that
Young
now.
ones.
And I think MTV's got a lot to blame for that as well, because the big video boom happened.
Yeah.
The live bands just get swept to the wayside. Well, we actually don't need to pay for the band because that would cost us a fortune. But we can show their video.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Black Over Christmas, for once, I actually looked at what the top 40 was. What the fuck's that?
It was one thing which really surprised me. Last year, the biggest song on TikTok was Susie Quattro.
Which one?
It's not one of the famous ones either. It was something woman, not Devil Woman.
Oh, She did Devil Woman, didn't she?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was one of the biggest songs on TikTok, and everywhere you went on TikTok and Alive, it would be playing in the background.
No.
Susie Quattro,
That's from when I was
2022.
young. She was your starter for 10 for puberty, wasn't she, Susie Quattro, with the skin
And
tape?
little bro's in love with her.
Easy, Aiden.
You kept that quiet, bro. See, I was more of a Joan Jett fan myself.
Yeah, Joan Jett.
Oh, don't. I came across a video where she covers Do You Want to Touch Me? She suddenly pops up out the screen wearing nothing but a bikini and a smile, and you're like, yes.
Yes, I would love to touch you.
Mine, Belinda Carlisle, when she sort of split from the Go-Go's and went solo. I would.
No, I was more into Wendy James at that time.
I knew Wendy James was untouchable.
Oh, Wendy, get your knickers down, and James, as we used to call her.
Oh, God, she must have caused more crusty socks.
I tell you another girl that I always thought were blooming gorgeous. Oh, what were they called? Fuzzbox. Lead singer out at Fuzzbox.
Yeah.
Pink hair.
She's aged well as well. Have you seen the new stuff?
No.
They've done covers. They did the cover of pop music. There's more
right.
pop music.
Dun,
Yeah, talk about it.
Was it Mags? It was Mags that she passed away with cancer, didn't she? Was it Mags?
It's a drummer. Was it the they've got a change of drummer, I think.
Because they used to have a drummer. She had a bob haircut, blonde.
Hold on, I thought the drummer had the mohawk. No, I'm wrong. That was the bass player. She had Spikey in the suits. But anyway, if we're going back that far, Doro Pesh. Warlock. But she hasn't aged well. No. Mind, who was the other one? Wendy James. At one point, she was stunning, and then I saw a photo in the mid-90s and was like, no.
Yeah, that just didn't do weather well.
Martin Reed, good evening, sir.
Martin, hello.
The thing is, though, we're all fucking oil paintings, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know how to say.
I would have when she was younger. Now I wouldn't touch her now. No.
People won't touch us now. What you're on about?
I would even touch her with yours.
With that
L7.
barge pole.
Do you remember that infamous appearance on the Tube where one of them decided to get a badger out on live TV? The
L7
That was the
one?
L7 one, yeah.
Yeah, it was. What were it?
Pretend we're
the
dead.
Word, were it?
Yeah, on the Word.
Yeah.
Was it the Word? I thought
Yeah,
it was the
and
Tube.
L7. Yeah, I remember watching that.
1 minute. So, yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
There's a beaver.
I've got wood.
Virtually every episode of The Tube is on YouTube at the moment.
Really?
Yeah. If you just search for The Tube, and there's some guy who's had them all on video and just uploaded every single one, and it's all in the series and in order in each playlist.
I remember back in the early times when Frankie Goes to Hollywood was before they were signed on Tube. Oh, we're a big Frankie Goes to Hollywood fan when I was a kid.
We used to have a thing called Larks in the Park here in Sefton Park, and they played Larks in the Park before they were signed.
Yeah,
and
I know that one, yeah.
That year there was Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Big Country, Bow Wow Wow, Nick Haywood, but he didn't last long. I think he lasted a song and then got bottled off. And he broke his finger with somebody chucking the bottle off, and he went off, and everybody's like, "Way!"
Good evening, Grizz.
Grizz, fist bump.
I mean, Christ almighty, that's some lineup. You'd kill to see that lineup now, wouldn't you?
Well, you can. They have this Rock the 80s.
Yeah, they have it every year, don't they? They do
Yeah.
it every year.
It's literally, it used to be halfway across the city here for me to watch it. Now it's about 400 yards around the corner to go.
See, they
And
have
it's
it.
just so much fun because everybody from our old crowd meets up. So there's around about 40 of us all sitting in the pouring rain watching Kim Wilde singing to the top of our voices. And Adam Ant was last year, I think. It was, who was it this year? It was Heaven 17 ABC. Black Lace is always on.
No.
Pow did it last year, did they not as well? Because I think it's the same tour, because I think they do Scone Palace and Perth at the same, during the summer months as well.
Yeah, they always chop and change. They have a big group, so every different city has a slightly different lineup. Belinda Carlisle, I think, who was this year, last year, just gone. It's well worth. I think it was only 70 quid for the day, and it was just it's just so
Really?
much fun.
That's cheap.
Mm.
It is. I mean, the problem is now you get the Butlins tours, don't you? Where
Yeah,
it's like so and so, huge star from the 80s. Was he? Fuck.
dollar.
And then you see the pictures when your mates go, they've paid like hundreds of pounds. It's this picture of this geriatric on stage trying not to piss himself when he notes, and you're like, no.
Oh, no, there's a famous 80s star who's actually joint behind that. It's either Nick Kershaw or Howard Jones is behind those tours.
Ah,
Really?
There's two. There's the Rewind Festival, and then there's Let's Rock 80s.
Yeah, so Let's Rock 80s is the one which is really fun to go to because you're getting drunk and you're with loads of mates and it's just a trip, a blast from the past.
And you don't have to get a taxi because you just jump on the scooter.
I just went around the corner.
You're not drinking, Rob? No, I've got to drive.
I noticed Majori's touring at the moment as well, isn't he?
Yeah, with is it the Voice and some tour or something like that?
I think Ultravox was the first proper concert I went to, in a big venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just amazing when you're young, it was the when Love's Great Adventure came out, that album.
Oh yeah.
It had a blue cover. Can't remember what it's called. And they all lined up on the front, and there was like 4 drums, and they're all just sitting there drumming, and you're just like, wow.
Oh, I mean, God Almighty! Ultravox was one of those things that sort of passed me by a bit because I was big into the ska, and then you suddenly realised, well, I don't just have to listen to one type of music; I can listen to a couple. And then
that's how I got into goth music, because I was into electronic music. It kind of all of a sudden you start listening to Echo and the Bunnymen. I know they're not quite, and then all of a sudden you're listening to The Cure and Sisters, and it just naturally flowed to me. Then from there flowed into rock music.
Yeah, I think my journey was when I was a kid, it was always disco. But in our street, we used to have disco dancing competitions round at one of the houses, because back in those days, everybody knew each other in the street, and they used to look after each other, and they used to have parties, party in that house, party in that house, party in that house. Every weekend, everybody was partying in this. So one house looked after all the kids.
Yeah.
While the rest of the houses all had a party in one of the other houses.
Oh, that's fantastic, that.
And you always used to do the disco dancing. So I went from disco dancing to, I think I went to two-tone. I think it discoed into two-tone, into new romantic, into goth, into grunge. And then and then 90s. I was big into the 90s.
Oh, in the 90s, it were grunge for me.
Oh,
I was in Nirvana and all that kind of stuff. And then I went full circle and got just back into blues and that lot ever since.
See, I mean, I think with the 70s as well, you got that, forget the disco, but you got more of a mix.
The disco.
I was not a skinhead thug. The only reason I was a suedehead is because it was cheaper going to runs on Harworth High Street and getting your head buzzed. He was brilliant. Old school. He's literally, his old shop's about 500, about a quarter of a mile from your place, isn't it? Ron's, the hairdresser, used to be on the main stretch of shops in Harworth. And he was great because he used to be. Was it Reg? I thought it was Ron. Oh no, Ron's was Retford. Sorry, mate, Reg. And didn't matter what you asked for. You could walk in with a picture, Pete Wiley or something. I want to look like this. You came out with a fucking short back and side.
Yeah, no matter what. No matter what.
But
I did that with Howard Jones for his 18th birthday. My mum paid for me because I'll pay for you to get your hair done and everything like that. And so I went to go, Howard Jones, I want my haircut like that.
well, Reg, I did the short back and sides, or you could have the shaved head, which was grade 2 all over. And the grade 2 lasted 2 or 3 weeks, and my dad clicked onto this. It was, as soon as we walked in, grade 2, Reg.
No mercy.
So if you look the part, you might as well listen to the music.
Yeah, but come on, let's be right, though. There was some blooming good music at that time.
Oh, God, there was. And there was so, like the Desmond Decker and things, because the reggae was sort of just outside the mainstream. And then you got the two-tone, which was chart stuff. But when you started reading all the articles in like Smash Hits and all the rest of it about the bands, they were mentioning all these like reggae influences and the Trojan stuff, Prince Buster. And me being a sort of, what's the word, inquisitive little bastard, I used to read Bawtry Library. And it was
yeah, they were quite good, they were.
Oh, their reggae section was awesome. I found my first Judge Dredd in Bawtry Library, Big 12.
Matt Giangler, yes, he did. He used to have a little board that he used to sit on.
He also had the discreet for the gentleman.
It was something so discreet, they were on side.
And that jar of blue stuff, whatever that were. He had this huge jar of blue stuff with this pair of scissors.
Yeah, you just never knew what that was.
I reckon it was the tears of people that wanted to look like Howard Jones.
But if you look at the history of especially things like ska and that and two-tone, a lot of the music that was released they released it themselves. They didn't bother. They bypassed all the blooming major record companies. They just released it themselves.
Well, Stiff and all the rest of it. I mean, all that started around
Stiff was. You've got Mute Records that obviously with Depeche Mode and all them lot. That was a little independent.
Well, I mean, two-tone. Jesus Christ, Jerry Danvers running it from his bedsit. Yeah. I still remember that documentary. I mean, it's used now in all the special stuff. And the guy comes round and he's like, yes, this two-tone records, the headquarters. And they're all just there half-stemmed and larking about his bedsit.
So it was when was it the start of the going to the record shop? That adventure that you did every weekend.
The problem is that in Liverpool there used to be a record shop called Probe, and all the punks and everybody hugged round there in the alternative scene. But the problem was that if you went in there, who's the lead singer of Dead or Alive?
Pete
Burns was the shop assistant there.
All right.
So when you went in and you asked for a record, and he didn't like the record, he would either 1, refuse to serve you, or 2, hold the record up and basically humiliate you all in the record shop. It was just like, I'm not going in there. I'm going to Backtracks around the corner.
Yeah, somewhere safe. Yeah. Your secrets with us, your brotherhood of man, yeah, that's okay, honestly.
No, you did that.
Kisses for me, I know you've got it.
Well,
And the 3 of you are sitting doing the fucking foot movements under the table.
I think he'd have probably shot me because I think the first 45 I ever bought was the Baron Knights, the one with the Smurf. Where are you?
God, yeah, I remember that one.
Where are you all coming from? Where from? I can't remember the accent.
We're from Dartford on the run.
How did you work out your route? We followed the errors on our success. What were you in Dartmouth for? We borrowed a safe from the bank next door. Tra la 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 la. Yes. That also had the piss take of long ago outside the chip shop in Walthamstow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Bigger one.
Oh, my first single was the Sweet Hellraiser. You're
I know
aging
what mine
yourself there.
was. Mine was We Are Family, Sister Sledge from the
Good
shop.
tune.
The shop.
We are
Our family. See, disco.
That was a foot tapper.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, when I'm feeling a little bit down or anything like that, I can just put that record on still, and it'll just pick me up.
And and let's face it, that is what music's all about. It doesn't matter what genre of music it is. It doesn't matter. If it moves you emotionally, it's done its trick.
Well,
Yeah.
hello, Mr. Blue Sky. We've had this before.
God, yeah, every time.
You hear that, and all of a sudden, the day's not so bad.
Yeah, the 2 top ones, I mean, to really cheer me up is Mr. Blue Sky and Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
Just love it. It's just...
Commodore's Brick House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
One Way of Life, The Levelers, that always picks me up. I
joy,
pick
good
myself
track.
up and I start wandering around the room going, there's only one.
Yeah.
Story of the Blues does that as well. Mighty War. Love that track.
Oh, that was on Absolute Radio today. The Mighty War. Absolute 80s. That's what's on in our workshop every day.
You can't help but
takes
belt
me
that
back.
one out.
Another one like that with Story of the Blues is Reward Teardrop Explodes.
Yes.
Mm.
As soon as you hear that, you're just like, chirp, and everything lifts, and you're just like, yay!
We had certain tracks in the office when me and Adi were sharing it, and guarantee if it was AC/DC, Adi'd be banging away on the keyboard, in time. And if it was like Teardrop Explodes, Reward, I'd be singing away in the corner. And then as soon as You Spin Me Right Round came on, we're both banging it out in the office. Oh, brilliant. Earth, Wind and Fire. Oh, Fee, good choice. Hot Chocolate as well. I believe in miracles. Because then your
You
dad
sexy
could go.
thing.
Yeah, Errol Brown used to do that thing with the mic, didn't he? That was...
Yeah. I wonder how many of us were
One that
conceived
Alvin
of
Stardust.
No, that was that.
Pretend you're happy when you're blue. Yesterday's work was sponsored by the Top by The Cure. Yes, Dawn has a habit of just whacking on a band and then off she
Oh
goes.
God, yeah. I'm gonna I think it's something daft like 30 Years of Wish. You know, the Cure album, and they're bringing out a limited edition, extra tracks and all that. Like, I'm getting that.
I haven't got any records. Like, I used to have tons and tons of records, and then one time I moved and I just looked at them and just gave them all to Oxfam.
I did the same, and I could kick myself now for doing it.
I could really kick myself.
Limited editions, kind of coloured vinyls, you name it, I had them. It's stuff that had low serial numbers and shit like that on it. And they must be worth an absolute fortune now.
The Cult Electric album, Go Vinyl.
Ah,
Sisters of Mercy, First Last and Always, Gatefold embossed.
Ooh. I've got quite a few at 12 inches. I've got all the albums. I've got quite a few 12 inches and EPs and that lot, so still.
see, it wasn't a special edition, but I always remember sitting on my copy of the Love album. And I just finished playing it. Dark Angel was still ringing in my ears. I put it down on the chair, went to make myself a brew, sat down, crunch. Oh, you bastard.
And I've still got all my Alphaville, all my albums in 12 inches. I've got that many Depeche Mode, it's unbelievable. Absolutely tons. American imports, German imports, coloured vinyls, all sorts.
He's the reason Martin can afford to retire.
Oh, yeah. And then if you start going to my old ones, the old blues stuff and that lot, jeez, honestly, from this side of my table here all the way down to the bottom there, it's just full of albums.
Whatever happened to that? The BBC horror, the sound albums you used to be able to buy.
Oh, the sound effects.
I've got one. I've got one still there.
Here's a cowbell.
Yeah.
That's not a cowboy bell. That's Blue Oyster Cult.
And it's got things like a French ambulance. And if you've got the stereo version, you get the Doppler.
What was it? The BBC Sound Workshop?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh,
yeah, can you remember they brought it out when they revamped the Doctor Who theme tune, and it actually showed them doing it in the sound workshop. It was pretty bloody good what they did.
Can you remember the first one? After obviously the original Soundworks, they ended up putting on synthesizers and they did it on Blue Peter. Then obviously Mike Oldfield did it as well.
Yeah,
with their tune.
I still remember Jean-Michel Jarre being on Blue Peter. He just released Oxygen.
Get down, chap.
Put down that nice Frenchman shit.
It was on Blue Peter then. I think he ended up on Magpie as well.
Yeah. I'm not surprised though. She was a better looker.
What's her name again?
For some reason, Sally James just popped in my head then.
Oh no! Don't
rub those thighs. God, I still remember staying up, so literally the blanket over the black and white telly in the bedroom to watch OTT. I'd have got such a bollocking for stopping up that late because I'd heard the rumor about the balloon dance and didn't realise it was going to be blokes doing it.
Oh.
I was hoping it would be Sally James.
Yeah, but he still cracked one off. He'd started. It's a case of starting so finish.
I'm not wasting this.
I'm not wasting it.
Oh, I hate my imagination.
Mind bleach.
No,
No, I mean the other thing. When you were a kid, those Top of the Pops albums, the very cheesy cover.
Oh, with the sexy girl on with the bikini.
They were just similar enough that they could get away with it. Or you bought them thinking you got yourself a bargain and then you spotted in very tiny writing at the bottom, not the original artist.
Yeah.
You bastard.
And what was other ones that came out as well? You would get maybe about 15 songs on it that you would recognise, and there was about 4 you'd never ever bloody heard of before.
Yep. Oh, Chart It's 81.
Hits. It was the start of the hits kind of albums, wasn't it? It was like
they were the predecessor of Now That's What I Call Music. So
Yeah.
the 81 one had Bucks Fizz, Land of Make Believe, and Michael Jackson, Billie Jean on it. Oh, the K-Tel album.
Oh, K-Tel. You can't buy this in the shops.
No,
Thank God.
K-Tel. Songs you don't give a fuck about.
These 42 vinyl records can be yours for $4.99.
I still chuckle now because you occasionally get them on the telly, the shopping channel. Now the country collection. Relive. No, I didn't listen to them in the first place.
And half of them you've never even heard of anyway.
No. Oh God, no.
I can remember a supervisor of mine bringing in this box set. He went, Steve, ever listen to that? He said, you like that? It's panpipe music. And I'm like, right, okay. Takes it home, puts the first album on. There was fucking 30 albums in the box set. How the fuck do you listen to one? Never mind 30. I'm like, oh, thanks very much. Take them back. What did you think? Oh, they were fantastic. I've got another box. No, forget it. No, thank you.
Because I was even as a kid, I was a big Beatles fan. People would buy me Brass Does the Beatles. You go full blooming Barnsley brass band with the Beatles. It's like, no, it's not the same.
Oh, don't. I blame YouTube, but I appear to have a growing Bee Gees addiction.
Oh no!
Not the later stuff, not the disco shit, the 60s stuff, where they just look like their mum had made the outfit.
Oh, before they did the falsetto stuff.
Yeah, so To Love Somebody and Massachusetts. And I blame...
Ironically, though, I do like You Win Again.
Oh, that grows on you. Oh,
It's
don't.
I know it was a bit cheesy, almost Cliff Richardy, but I enjoy it. I just like that.
So come on, gents. Let's pass this one round. I have admitted my secret songs of shame. What are yours? And I think You Win Again comes close on that one. Okay. What's your guilty secret?
Girls Aloud.
Sound of the Underground.
Sound of the Underground.
I'll go with that.
Go for the twangy guitar at the start.
And there's one called, is it Chemistry? Something Chemistry, is that the album? Not that I listened to the
Oh,
album.
that was a single. That was a single, I believe.
It was a single. There you go.
Sugar
That's
Babes.
a cracking start. Sugar Babes.
Hmm.
Which version?
What was that one? We were at Cars. No,
Oh,
it
was
was Chihuahua, sorry.
I was going to say, that's a bit different from Sugar Babes.
No,
Yeah.
it's Sugar Babes, but they ripped off the music of Friends Electric.
Mm.
Freak Like This.
I remember that song.
Betty.
Yeah.
I really don't think I have one, to be honest with you.
Oh, you
Because
do.
I listen to that much music. I don't really have what I would say would be a kind of guilty pleasure.
I wouldn't
Do you know
say
what I mean?
mine's a guilty pleasure. It's just different music that I like.
It's
Oh, good choice, Mark.
the one that I suppose my guilty pleasure I like listening to quite a lot is Justin Hayward, Forever Autumn.
That's just a blooming cool track, mate.
Yeah.
That is up there. That is up there as cool can be.
So that's
That's not a guilty pleasure track. That,
I mean,
no.
there's nothing kind of obscure that I would actually pull out and go, I'm listening to this when nobody's around.
See, Bill Richards, that's a classic. I Love to Love by Tina Charles. I'll still bop to that one. Tony Braxton.
Cranberries is cool. I can't be
I'll
a
tell
guilty
you one,
pleasure.
and I'm gonna confess. You want one? You really want one?
Go on then.
And I've got all 3 12-inches, including the Max Mix from USA as well. Male Stripper by Man to Man.
I've danced to that.
No, that Yeah, I'm speechless.
Well, mine, to finish off, Stoosh Blackheart. Something about that track. It's awesome. What else we got? The Platters. Nothing wrong with a bit of the Platters.
Right, take back the Justin Hayward one that gets me all the time. I suppose it's a guilty pleasure. I suppose Patrick Hernandez.
Born to be
To
alive.
be alive.
I was born
Born to be alive. And the only reason that I can remember, I think I was maybe about 11 or something like that, and it was the carnival was on, and that used to be played all the time in the waltzers.
Faxi, I think that's Jean-Michel Jarre that you're on about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to have the keyboard that he could play by breaking the light beams.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, that was mid-80s, wasn't it?
It's a bit wet. This is not wet. This is London. There's a thing, right? And I can remember, just we were talking about Jean-Michel Jarre, I can remember listening to something on the radio and it was saying, oh, Wham or George Michael, the first European pop star to play in China. No, he fucking wasn't. It was fucking Jarre.
Yeah. All Saints, Russ Morgan. Another kickstart of my pubic years.
All Saints? You were only getting into puberty when All Saints came out.
In my head, I was.
You were a late bloomer then, wasn't you, dear?
I've got Reach for the Stars playing in my head at the moment, so that might be a guilty pleasure.
No.
I actually went to see those.
Steps.
Wasn't it?
No, I used to be able to get in the Royal Court for nothing all the time, so I saw things like 5 Star and all sorts of things because it was free.
Yeah.
Well, you can understand it. Into a concert for free, go for it.
Wasn't it the lead singer out at OMD that did the Sugar Babes? I'm sure he created them.
Is it Paul Humphries?
I can't think of his name now, of OMD. Because I
I
used to
don't know
love
why.
them as well.
I always felt dirty listening to. They just looked like. I think I was just old by the time the Sugar Babes appeared, but it just felt wrong.
It felt wrong, but
Paul Humphries was a singer with Wendy. Oh, right enough.
God, electric. Dr. Hook. Sylvia's mother.
I never be in love with a beautiful woman.
It's hard. The timing's
did piss it down.
Hey,
I was there at Jean-Michel Jarre at Docklands.
Just think that could be a theme. That could be a new tune for a Viagra advert, couldn't it?
When you're in love with a beautiful woman. Oh. Bing! It's hard.
This is a long track. Seems to go on forever.
Oh, pop music by M. That was awesome.
Dong, dong, ding, ding, dong.
It was the first time. I mean, Christ Almighty, round here, you did not see many people who were different ethnicities. So to suddenly see this Indian woman on the top of the pops was mind blowing. Yeah, it was so weird.
I've got to admit, I think the most interesting top of the pops was it Black Box, Ride on Time.
Ride on Time. Where
that was a very
that's the one.
interesting. Especially when your parents are there.
No, the video to Boys, Boys, Boys.
Well,
Boys,
that was close.
There was lots of boobage in that.
Oh, is that the one she's bouncing about in the swimming pool?
That's the one in the white swimming cosy.
I remember it.
Oh God, I do. It's burned onto me retinas.
He's actually still got it in VHS.
Couldn't walk for a week after seeing that.
He knows exactly where to pause it and all.
The bloody videotape snapped. That was how you always knew where the old man had been stopping the blueies, because the picture would break or degrade it. Oh man, I still remember when he walked in with this bloody huge box and it sat down. It's the video recorder, son.
Right,
What's
okay.
that for? So we can watch TV. Yeah, you lying bastard.
So another brick in the wall, Martin, is your guilty pleasure, is it?
That's Saturday. That's not a guilty pleasure.
That's not a guilty pleasure. That's just one I'd play regularly.
Oh, who did Teddy Bear? That bloody really soppy country song about the crippled kid. And
That's about 95% of
The
all
one which
the
makes you
country
cry
and
if you
western.
actually listen to it.
Yeah, Ted was it Ted Bovine, something like that?
I was trying to find that about a couple of months ago. I was trying to find it. I couldn't remember what it was, and I knew the song, but I just couldn't place it, and I couldn't find it.
My favourite country and western is No Charge.
Oh yes.
Mine's The Gambler.
The 9 months I carried you. No charge.
By the time you get to the end of the song, you're thinking, Mum, stop being a bitch and just kill me now.
You're still like, okay, Mum, for fuck's sake, I'll take trash out.
I prefer Dear Penis. Dear Penis. That one.
I don't think that's me anymore. Oh, Patsy Cline. Now, there's a guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah, crazy. I love that song.
You still can't beat Billy Connolly's offensive country song. My granny was a cripple in Nashville, friends.
Or the DIVO.
RCE, yeah.
Yeah, they did it in the Navy one, didn't he? In YMCA.
He did,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the Navy. Yeah, sorry, no, it was in the Brownies, wasn't it?
Oh, and the Brownies, that's what, yeah.
In the Brownies.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to give you your final call for the Vic Fluffing.
Oh, God, are we at floof time?
We are at floof time.
No, I've really enjoyed. This has gone so quick. Sorry, chat, and I know we haven't interacted. You must be over 1,000 subs if you've got Graham on.
It's been a running joke for the last 2 weeks.
Complaints to BFG picking on crippled kids now. I don't pick on crippled kids. No. That'd be nasty.
Say that without giggling.
No.
He doesn't pick on him, he just steals their sweets and fucking runs away.
They're an easy target. What can I say?
I'm not even going to go there.
No. So we're going to floof them. Come on,
We ought to.
floof. Come on, Graham, floof. Floof.
I got Grizz.
Don't forget,
Definitely
after
got
us, you've got the VUK Vape Show with Little Bro, Grizz, Adam, and the Mr. Mullen.
Indeed. Mick, another classic choice there. Johnny Cash, one piece at a time.
I still love her.
Hurt. I love that song.
Ring of Fire as well. And his version of Ghost Riders in the Sky. Oh.
And I like Jackson as well.
Jackson. Oh, yes.
When he did it with his missus.
Yeah.
I'm going
Bill.
on a Jackson.
You've got the crippled kids mixed up with a gang of 80-year-olds. Sorry, Ben.
What?
I say it's got to be Folsom Prison Blues for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
The original Man in Black.
Yeah.
Cash was in both.
Well, yes.
He was the Man in Black.
No, Bill Richards has put Until One Hits You with the Walking Stick. He's got it mixed up with the gaggle of 80-year-olds that are going to save me from the zombie apocalypse.
Right, guys, it is time to say our goodbyes. So, who shall we pick on first? Shall we pick on the guest first?
Go guest.
Guest, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Yeah, thanks thanks guys for that's really good fun. I really enjoyed myself. Not often I get to talk like this with a load of people who actually like the music. I'm normally stuck in chat with Bill and Mick, and they're miserable. Thanks, chat. Been great, and as I say, thanks again. And I'll pass it over to
Betty. Please, sir. Me, sir. Please, sir. Me.
Well, he's got his school teacher fucking cardigan on. So. Graham, thanks for
See that? He does look like a geography teacher, doesn't he?
Mail this. Graham, thanks for coming on. It's been an absolute blast and a fantastic trip down memory lane. And it's been good. You've made us all giggle, to be honest. And chat, you guys out there, these are absolutely amazing. You guys make this show. We really appreciate you tuning in every week. So yeah, come and join us again, same time, same place next week. We don't know what the hell we're doing, but we'll probably wing it as usual. Stay tuned, because I think we're going to try and get some more guests on. I think this year as well, if we can try and drag some of you buggers out of chat to come in here and join us for an hour and a half. Steve, Mark, been absolutely brilliant yet again. I've thoroughly enjoyed this tonight. I just want to go and get my biker's jacket out now and paint the fucking thing. Anywho, guys, we'll see you all next week, and I'll pass it over to Steve to say his goodbyes.
Chats, thank you. You've thrown some cracking tracks in there. And Sam M, Leonard Cohen. No, we don't miss Leonard. Hallelujah will still remain one of my
Suzanne brings you down, down to the one.
And we can come back to the Sisters of Mercy as well with Leonard. The Home Service Live planned kind of ish. That about sums us up, boys. So if you joined us in chat, thank you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to, and you joined us. It was fab. If you're on the replay, why? But we're glad you did. And make sure you hit that thumb, even if you are on the replay. Speaking of replays, if you want a double dose of SoulOhm, and yes, ladies, you can have two, join him on Wednesday with Little Bro. I want to see some more tongue twisters. I haven't had a chance to watch yet. But yes, the geezer that can't read very well, go for it.
I was in a remedial class at school. No.
I barely turned up at school, but hey, that's a different story. Anyway, I shall hand you over to the gaffer so he can send you singing on your way.
Right, I'm going to make it quick because we are running seriously late. Graham, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute blast. In fact, it wasn't long enough, to be honest with you. Betty, Steve, thank you so much. Guys in chat, thank you. You've been absolute awesome. Right, I'm going to shoot off because obviously Vic and the gang are on live now. So see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great week. We'll see you back here 7:30. And don't forget, you can catch me on 3 Men and a Vape Show at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So from all of us, bye.
Bye. I'm just waiting for complaints from Mencam.
hello.
Remember to look down, you know, before you sit down.
I'm offended.
You need to speak to our complaints department. It's in the top corner. Oh no, the bottom corner on the live, isn't it?